everybody. Good morning, Ryerson. It is 10 a.m. in the morning on this beautiful Thursday. There's love in the air this morning. There's been love in the air all week, frankly.
Why is there love in the air, Everest?
Well, Valentine's Day was a fantastic holiday has passed, but I'm still feeling the love.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm excited for today. You know, I woke up this morning and through my exhaustion, I felt a nice motivation to spread the joy and the love today. So I'm going to try and do that, I think.
I think we will start that off with our show and tell.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm going to take out my piece of show and tell.
Okay.
Show and tell, where are you?
Oh, my God.
Everyone, this is Nolan.
Hi.
Hi, Nolan.
See, my favorite thing about your show and tell is that he'll show and tell himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything. Did you bring a show and tell?
I did bring a show and tell. Show and tell?
Hey, let me go.
Two show and tells that can show and tell themselves. I love it.
I dig it. I dig it.
Nolan and Olivia, thank you guys so much for being on. Do you want to introduce yourselves quick? Ladies first, as
Hi.
always.
I'm Olivia Macmillan,
Hi, Olivia. Where are you from?
Ottawa,
Ottawa? Cool. What part of Ottawa?
Stittsville.
Stittsville. I played a few hockey games out there. It's like Stittsville Rams, right? I'm pretty sure that's your
Yeah.
guys' team.
Stittsville Rams.
Isn't it Stittsville Rams?
I don't know. We're the Ryerson Rams, man. That's
No,
wild.
no. But for when I was playing hockey in high school, and you guys would kill us every single time. You were the most scary team in the area to play because you guys always had the biggest and strongest people. I don't know. You must have something in the water over there. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Arsenic.
Sir?
I am Nolan Bell. I'm Aiden Bell's brother, one of your lovely hosts.
Mm-hmm.
And I am also from Stittsville, but not the town of Stittsville. Thanks, babe.
That's so cute.
Um,
I wish I had my brother here.
That was really wet.
It's really hot in here, man.
Yeah, it gets steamy.
But yeah, I'm from outside of Stittsville. I don't play hockey, so I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
I don't play anymore either, so we're chill. We're fine. It's
Okay.
okay. We had you once on the show before,
Yes.
which was wicked. Did you enjoy it last time?
I was really, really nervous to go on. And then once I got on, it was just like having a conversation with the both of you guys. Like, it was pretty... I was way more worried than I should have been.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of like... Oh, sorry. My laptop was just weirding out for a second. Yeah, that's kind of like when Aiden and I first did it. Like, the first 2 episodes, I'd say, it was very, very nerve-wracking. I think just when you're talking, even if it's to a very small audience on the internet, it's different than actually, like, saying something in person to someone else. Because what you say will always be there. It'll be there for, like, pretty much the rest of friggin' human history. But it's different when you have to talk to a wide range of audience that has the ability to come back at you in any way that they see fit. If they're offended in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, like,
do you know what I mean?
Last week when you saw a bike and you're like, oh, that's a Thai guy bike.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa, pump the brakes,
yeah.
buddy.
See, like it's stuff like that. Like, you can't, because people will act on their offense if they are offended much quicker.
Oh,
and
yeah.
sometimes in a little more of a sensitive way
And
on
I
the
saw a
internet
crappy
rather
Civic,
than.
and I was like, "Oh, that's a Quebecer Civic." And I was like, "Oh, man, I could get clap back for that."
But hey,
luckily we only get like 25 views an episode.
Well, no, for that segment, that's fine because you had a freaking Pilot and I had a Trailblazer.
Yeah, clapped out.
We
Pilot.
yeah we could like write 50 things down of representations that would define us in that car.
Do we want to move on to our actual show and tell?
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's start with someone who hasn't said anything at all this whole time. Olivia, let's go.
Hi.
Olivia said the first few things. And
did
yes,
say the
ladies
first few
first. Do you have a show and tell, Olivia?
No, I don't. I didn't really bring anything.
You could say you brought him,
Oh, yeah.
even though he brought you.
She technically did
Yeah.
bring.
Yeah.
She drove us down because of this strike or whatever. The tracks being blocked.
What kind of truck does your dad have? Do you know? Was it a truck?
No, it was a SUV.
Oh, nice.
It's a Nissan...
Rogue.
yeah.
Respect it. Drive
Yeah.
was good, yeah?
Yeah, it was...
Good trip. I mean, we took the 7, which is a lot more. You know, you can like actually look out the window and see something half decent. You know.
Yeah. That's the one route that we took when we did our big delivery, right?
Yeah.
Back to Ottawa?
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
a crappy day. Did you guys hear about that?
Sucked.
Oh,
No.
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't
Olivia,
even tell
you
them. We did a big delivery to Ottawa, and we were driving a U-Haul.
21
I
footer.
didn't tell them that
something
I
like
was
that.
coming home, so I just roll up with this big U-Haul and like, hey guys, what's
And
good?
their guard dog is going freaking ape crap, like off the walls for seeing that thing. Like, who the heck's
Yeah.
pulling up? I remember getting out of the car. I might have told this story, but getting out of the car. What's that dog's name? The sheepdog?
Lily.
Lily. So I got out of the car one time just to pick up Aiden. I think we were heading back to Toronto, and Lily, she's a herding dog, and she gives this, like, you guys could explain it better, but she gives this really weird side eye. You've been to the farm, right? Yeah. So you've probably seen her, like, a new person comes onto the property, she'll, like, circle you and get to your back. Like, she'll feel most comfortable behind you, but she'll always give this weird little, like, turning eye. You know?
She bites people in the ass.
Yeah,
man. Like,
so I went up to your dad, and granted, I walked fairly quickly, so I kind of went into her space too fast. Like I should have known, being a dog person. And I went up and I shook your dad's hand like pretty quick, so it might have looked like something, a little threatening to her. So she bit me on the ass.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
She does that. She does that to our egg customers sometimes.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had any like idiots come to purchase some eggs?
And she hates them.
Yeah, but do people freak out when they go to the farm at all? Has that ever happened? Like, have you ever had like a really city inclined customer come out at any time?
Yeah, they won't get out of their car until she's inside, which
Wow.
we usually tell them.
We usually encourage that. Yeah.
Yeah.
just because it's safer.
Because there are some people that would make a few calls if something like that happened to try and get something done.
Well, yeah, and then there's just some people that are just terrified of dogs. So
Do you have any dogs?
I do. I have one.
What kind?
She's a golden doodle Aussie doodle.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Golden
What the
doodles.
hell is a golden doodle Aussie doodle?
I don't know.
That sounds like a
isn't it-
made up thing, man.
It's like golden doodle is a golden retriever mixed with a poodle, right?
I think so. I don't know.
We used to have. That's kind of good. I think that you have like a crossbreed because we had a poodle on the farm one time, and her name was Maddie. This dog was insane. So, in Rockland, like out on the ranch when I used to live there, you guys know like the community is fairly small. So going to school with a lot of the same kids, that I live close to. When I say live close, like the closest neighbor that I had was like 2 kilometers away. But so Maddie, we lived on a really steep hill, and our dog would literally run out of the house. She'd escape, and she would go and stand at the bottom of this really steep hill, and cars would be flying over it, and she would run out and try to bite at the cars, and it would make people swerve out of the way. So one day I go to school, and a friend of mine, Jackie, is sitting there with a broken arm, a cast, and then like a sling on her other arm. So apparently what had happened was her and her mom were driving in their minivan down our very steep hill on Vanette Road. Maddie was at the bottom. She got out one day, and she literally just threw herself in front of their car. And they tried to swerve out of the way, and they flipped their car into the ditch, like right at the bottom of our street. Yes, it was gnarly. And so we didn't hear anything. I guess we might have not even been there that day. But we didn't hear like any noises, any sirens or anything like that. But I came to school on Monday, and it was bad, man. And she knew that it was my dog too, but she hadn't told me, or her mom hadn't told my mom either. Yeah, it was a very bad day. So that being said, I'm glad it's a golden doodle, not a regular poodle. But hey, poodles in general could be cool. I don't know. That one poodle was not, unfortunately.
I always think of the ones from the cartoons. Like with
the goofy French haircut.
She ate our chickens. No, she didn't even eat her. She didn't kill them. She bit them, pretty much close to death. So
our dog Lily, she's pretty good about like actually taking care of the chickens and stuff like that. But she'll eat their eggs.
Oh, really?
Which is kind of why we have chickens. Like we don't have meat chickens. So it's like, okay, you're keeping the factory safe and stealing the shipment.
That's kind of crazy that she eats the eggs. Huh. Do you think that's maybe why she's protecting them? Not because she cares about them, but because she cares about the eggs being, keeping coming?
I don't know. I think it's kind of like almost like the programming of the dog breed,
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't understand why it needs to protect, but it needs to protect,
Yeah. Can you tell me the first time you went out to the farm?
Oh, try to remember.
Like, what were your experiences?
I don't know. There was a cat there, but there's not anymore.
Oh, that's a sad story.
What happened to the cat, man? What'd you guys do to the cat?
Oh, my dad kind of laughs whenever he tells it because he's a sadist, but it left. got eaten probably.
Yeah.
We never found its remains, you know. My dad will be like, coyote.
Yeah, coyotes are a little. I don't even know what to call them. They're like the nuisance of the bush. Or girls are kind of gross too.
What?
Nuisance in the bush. Okay, that could be a lot of other things. Like we're not talking. I want to remain appropriate. That would have been a bad joke. But no, you know what I mean. Like in the bush, you know the back 40, back few acres.
Yeah.
They're a nuisance. They used to bite at the horses' ankles all the time. We had one horse that got bit on the ankle, got infected, and it died. Like yeah, they're pieces of crap sometimes, man. I remember.
Like, what's it gonna do with a horse? You know, it's like 1/16 the size of a horse.
I know, and it would just like we'd be sitting
And they're
there.
supposed to be scavengers, aren't they? Like, they're not supposed to actually.
I don't know if they're pack hunters, but this was a big problem for us when the crossbreeding between. We're talking a lot about crossbreeding today. Between domestic dogs,
least it's not
coyotes, and
inbreeding.
wolves were happening.
Incest is wincest.
Oh my god!
I want a high five for that.
God, that was so bad. Wincest.
Yeah.
So I told my girlfriend the other day, I was telling her about some fights going on, and I said, "Oh, this person is the winningest fighter in the UFC," and she questioned me on the word winningest. So we had like a 10-minute debate on if that was a real word or not. I want to know, do you guys think it's a word? I'll tell you
No.
if it is.
No.
I don't think
No,
it's
I
a
don't
word,
think
but
it
I
is.
think you're allowed to use it anyway.
Yeah.
It's a word. Give it a look-see. The winningest.
See, we should have hooked up the HDMI.
I
this
think it's
morning.
Urban Dictionary.
Lower, successful, or winning more than often than the other of its kind.
Winningest, boys.
Winningest.
Also,
That-
I'm just going to say another thing. Fluidity. Fluidity.
That's a word.
That's a word.
That's a
Yeah.
word. So I was in class.
I just want to take a moment to analyze Everest saying the word winningest here.
Winningest.
Because I know for a fact that you did not know that was a word and you said it.
Why? What are you talking about?
You just said winningest, and then it turned out to be a word.
When
I
Liz
don't
and I
think
were
you
talking
knew.
about it just
yeah,
now?
I don't
No,
think you knew
I
it was
swear
a word,
to God.
buddy.
No, because
I know you.
No, it was a word. Okay, out of all the terms that I could possibly know, I think one for that would depict like a winning UFC fighter would be one that I know. I knew it was a word.
I
I'm
don't know,
telling
buddy.
you. No, it's all right. Maybe I didn't. I'm telling you, I did. I knew. I was very confident in myself. Do you guys have any trouble? Like, there's always, I find some words that I just like, I'll say like 5 times in a row. And I'll be like, why is it called that? Like bagel. Why is it why is it not called circle bread? Why is it called a
Seeing
bagel?
some,
Circle
I'm
bread with a
seeing
hole in it.
Some Cheech and Chong vibes here, dude.
No,
Like,
I'm just saying, man. Hey, why
Hand.
man.
Why is it not called a fingered limb? You know, no.
Okay.
No.
All right, we're getting off track
Yeah,
here.
let's go to the next segment.
What is our next segment?
Oh yeah, we wanted to talk to you guys about high school because you guys are still in high school and we've been
Yes.
out of it for a couple years.
Yeah, more
So
than a
we wanted
couple.
to talk about like some funny stories, mishaps, and
Oh,
any
no,
changes. Because I feel like a lot of our elders and people that are older than Aiden and myself would say that we can't really talk about the difference between high school from when we were there versus now. But I think we're getting to an age where maybe we could. So like, what do you guys like about high school right now? Like, what's your favorite thing?
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go
I'm
first?
trying to think. of
You guys can
something.
take a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say my favorite thing is the flexibility compared to, the first, I guess, 10 years, kindergarten through grade 8. You have options to take classes online or take classes that are more interesting. I'm taking a photography class right now, and last semester I did a communications technology.
Working.
And they're introductions to it, so they're not super, it's hard to go super in depth with them, but at least it's a change from, just doing the regular 8 subjects.
Right. To do those like extra, I guess like not for the online ones specifically, but for like the photography and for the like integrated tech courses, do you have to have like a certain grade average or anything like that? Like, is there any like?
A lot of the tech courses are mostly just open ones that you can take, whether you're taking applied or academic or whatever. It's usually I know the online courses are that kind of, you need the prerequisites and all that. And a lot of the tech courses don't need a prerequisite. So if you didn't take it in grade 10, you can still go into it in grade 11.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
I mean, it's pretty nice.
I think for ours, didn't we have to take, if we wanted to do Cougar Vision, which is like, like the final tech
Yeah,
production.
we had to take a grade 11 course.
But did
And
we
I think
have-
that was needed a prereq of the grade 10 one.
Did you need, but then didn't the grade 10 one need a prereq integrated tech for grade 9 too?
I don't think so, because I had a bunch of people that were in business class that had never used Photoshop. Like, they got trained on Excel, you know?
Yeah, gotcha.
So I had a bunch of dead weight in my group. Some things never change.
Zing.
Zing.
Do you have anything you hate about high school? Or what, like, do you have anything you really love about high school? Like, what about the people? How are the people nowadays? You were telling me something pretty crazy yesterday about a specific room that people use. Yeah, I've just been hearing a lot of stories about, like,
Yeah.
kids and smoking is really, like, vaping and, juuling is really, really bad and on the rise.
Yeah.
And you've seen a lot of it, right, in school?
Yeah,
and
in the
stuff like-
bathrooms.
Yeah. You told me yesterday they call it, like, the jewel room or whatever. Yeah.
There's like one bathroom that like if you don't want to go in there and see a bunch of people like vaping, then
Yeah.
you just go to another one. So.
Really? Jeez. Do teachers, like, has there been any, like, incidences with kids, like, not tattletelling, but, telling a teacher, hey, these guys are vaping in the bathroom? Or is it kind of like, if you do that, you're a snitch type of thing? Is that kind of the notion around it?
I'm pretty sure they know.
And there's not much you can do about it. Like, they're just like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then what do you do after that? So I think it's come to a point where nobody really cares. Unless they're doing, like, I saw this one kid was vaping in the Comtech room and was debating telling the teacher about it because there's a lot of equipment in there.
Right.
And I think that teacher deserves more respect than, maybe other teachers or the bathroom.
Yeah, and that's, like, the biggest thing, too. I find the respect aspect of it just for spaces like that. Like, for a space like this, you'd never, even doing, like, if we have water in here, you have to have a lid on it or a sealable, something. But just, like, for that aspect and level of respect for the equipment specifically and the teacher as well.
Well, yeah, exactly, because it's all, publicly funded stuff. And
Right.
we
Yeah,
are...
like that equipment's expensive, and my experience with it, at least with the school board, has been when it breaks, it's broken. Nobody gets to use it,
Yeah.
Or someone will do something stupid with it, and then it gets taken away for everybody. Like, that person has ruined it for everyone. So
Yeah. Like, one person affecting tens of people's freaking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had, for the tech crew, our projector screen got locked up because some guy on closer to the downtown had dropped the projector screen because it's just a rope that you have to undo and then the projector rolls down. So we couldn't do any events with any projectors, like, I don't know, cahoots or... So it's kind of that one thing ruining it, or the one kid who vapes on the wrong part and the moisture breaks it. Like, we're very fortunate that our school, we have a gimbal and a bunch of...
Well, and it's not like like something breaks here, it's an issue, but it gets resolved very quick because there's a lot of money circulating throughout post-secondary education. I'm not talking about a friggin' $50,000 camera. I'm talking about like a few things here and there. Like a computer breaks, they're gonna
15-year-old camera.
Yeah, but my point is, like, high schools don't really have
because
same...
it's publicly funded. Like, there's no...
Right.
You don't have that income to really be able to justify...
stupid mistakes like breaking something.
And a lot of those things are deemed unnecessary. Like, we don't necessarily need a gimbal. It's definitely something nice to have, and it's always being used. Usually every period, somebody's using the gimbal.
Good.
But in terms of looking at the priority list, it's not high on the priority list. So if we break it, I don't think we're getting another one.
That happened to us a few times, but, like, the difference was it wasn't even the kids, it was the teacher.
Yeah.
Like, remember when we had
Oh,
that
man, I
drone?
remember- Yeah,
The
so
drone?
he blamed it on me, but we got a drone, and the first time that our teachers took it out to fly it, they crashed it on the roof of the gym, shoved the controller into my hand, and says, if anybody was asking, you were flying, which I'm like, okay.
Ridiculous.
And then the second time was at leadership camp. I don't think I was there for that leadership camp, but they flew it into the roof of a cabin, and after that, there was, like, no drone. No more drones.
Jeez, man.
You remember that? I think you were there
Yeah.
for that leadership camp.
I don't know if I was, but I was definitely around for, like, I was there at school the day that they flew it onto the roof.
But I even remember, too, like, someone broke his lights. So I brought my own personal softbox lights.
Yeah.
And then on the last day of school, I took them home because I had left them there all year. It's kind of like a favor, right?
He probably thought.
And then he's like, "Who took my lights?"
Yeah.
It's like, they weren't yours, my
Yeah.
guy. You didn't buy new ones to replace the broken one.
Oh, man. Yeah, that...
But I just going back to the whole, like vape thing, like, that didn't really start until we were in grade 12.
Yeah.
It was always the parking lot.
Yeah.
People would go out and they'd
The
smoke in the
smoking
parking
wall.
lot, and you go out
Yeah.
there and it looked like there was like a fresh snowfall after
Yeah.
lunch period because there were so many fucking dirt butts
Yeah.
on the ground.
Well, dude, and, like, I remember us being in, like, the 9th grade and walking. You know how we'd go to, like, Shoppers, you know,
Yeah.
you finally get to go off of the school property during lunch, and, you know, that's a cool thing from elementary school. But yeah, man, like, I remember just freaking walking up to go get noodles all the time. Just a great time. But you'd always see, like, these 15, 20 kids, you know, puffing away like chimneys. And I remember being in, like, the 8th grade too, and the 9th grade, walking past the like the smokers and, like,
Yeah.
hiding like putting my hand up like this and, like, shunning myself away because I just didn't want to see it or be a part of it at all.
Well, just the thing too was that like their whole bathroom situation, like for us, like they always said, oh, if you're a smoker, just go off of school property. The parking lot was still school property, but they never really
Right.
did anything about it. You know?
Yeah, that's the
Like
thing.
technically everybody out there could have been fined. Like some, especially our principal when we left, the crazy Fulton Heil. All right, we're getting too specific. People didn't
Yeah.
go to high school with us, but yeah, she could have. I would be surprised if since then she hasn't gone out there and, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Do
at least
they-
they're doing it outside,
Yeah.
which is something that
that's
is
the
rare.
difference.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing now. And before, like you said, like they'd never. It would say like off a student property, whatever. But it was never like that parking lot that the kids would smoke at our high school. It was the school parking lot. It was still very much on school property. Do kids still like? Is there still kind of that outside group that smokes cigarettes
Yeah.
that goes out?
We had this thing called section that was like where all the smoker kids would go, but then they replaced that, and now they have to walk across the street.
Yeah, it's like a ditch that they're in now, so.
Oh, well, that's good, I guess. They're, you know, kind of halfway there already.
But the difference is instead of going to that ditch, they go in the bathroom. And I honestly don't really care if, as long as they, you know, there's that one bathroom that everybody hotboxes, and that's fine. I stay away
Yeah.
from that bathroom. Like, I don't really care. But it's when you're starting to do it in the, like, the
The
Comtech,
common spaces.
Comtech room,
Yeah.
like, that's where I draw the line.
Like some people, kids in high school specifically, don't want to jewel or intake your secondhand.
Or so,
Vapor.
some kids, like kids with asthma,
Yeah, exactly.
it's dangerous for them.
Yeah.
And you know what? Some of it doesn't really smell that good. Like this one kid had pineapple stuff, and it smelled like wet socks. Like,
Ew.
I don't want to be
Yeah.
smelling that, man. Like whatever
And-
you want.
And like once you get a nose for, like once you know what like salt nicotine and just like vaping nicotine smells like in general, it's almost impossible not to smell that faint smell, even if it's just, you know, a tiny little puff that's down the hall from you.
Mhm.
Like it's a very invasive, nasty kind of, you know.
And there's a lot of nicotine in it. Like the 50. I don't know what the rating is. It's like it's 50%
Yeah.
or
The 5, I think it's like 5.0% of pure nicotine out of the 100% of the liquid that's in the pod.
okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how they do it, but imagine 50% nicotine. You'd die.
Oh, yeah.
You'd die.
I want
That's
to move
crazy,
on
guys.
to.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you guys have to deal with crap like that often.
Do you guys have any funny stories? Because we went to a very city high school. We were on the east end of Ottawa, Colonel By. I was there for IB. You were there because you moved to a house nearby.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go to the Country Bumpkin High School.
Ooh.
Would you say that's true? Yeah.
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 I feel you on that.
Like I just like the stories I hear. Like everyone's wearing camo pants.
Is it 7, 8? It's like 7 to 12.
No, it's
middle
9
school?
to 12.
9 to 12. Okay, mine was 7 to 12, and that was really
No, it
really
wasn't.
weird. No, my middle
Oh, yeah.
school. Yeah, no, sorry, not the high school. The middle high school that I went to in the country. But that I find is, especially with just country kids, because, you know, they kind of, I guess you could say they grow up a little faster, some of them, but I'm talking more in terms of, like, the negative parts of growing up, like drinking a lot, doing drugs, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
When you have, like, you see a lot of those younger adults kind of in high school doing that stuff as a 7th or 8th grader, it's way different than being the youngest in the high school. But, like, there's a difference between that and actually being, like, many, many years in terms of development under or behind them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's different.
Yeah. When you're in the same little, you know, pond as high school, like with every other grade, 9 to 12, that's one thing, but 7 to 12 is a big difference.
I know all the Catholic school near us, the Sacred Heart, is 7 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's, I mean, the size of the school, it's respectable, but I think as a 7th grader, walking around and the 12th graders are, you know, it's intimidating.
Well,
I just think of that first chapter of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, where it's like some of us are still, you know, playing with Lego, and then some of us are shaving twice a day, and it shows like the little picture of like the little kid who hasn't hit puberty yet, and then there's like the big kids that are done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's just weird because you think back to like like the elementary school days, you'd have like 6th graders picking on 2nd and 3rd graders, you know, stuff like that. And I think you kind of get a different version of that when you have high schools that are 7 to 12. You have like the 11s and the 12s on the 7 and 8s a lot. I saw a lot of that when I was in Rockland. I keep saying Rockland because that's like the general most like habited city that was close to outskirts of Hammond where I was living, so I just say Rockland as a reference point. But my school was in like the outskirts of Hammond. But yeah, man, there was a lot of bullying there. A lot of bullying.
We don't have that bad of bullying overall. A lot of the kids just kind of stick to their own
That's good.
thing, and there's the country kids, and then there's a small population of like kids from Stittsville that are in the townhouses and just
Right.
kind of stick to themselves. And I think we're kind of lucky that way. Of course, we have bullying, but it's not. I think it could be a lot
It's
worse.
not like the standard, you know, pushing into the lockers and
Yeah,
stuff like
you
that.
don't see a lot of that.
I have a
Yeah.
bit of a story here about our other brother who was too busy to make it, but Graham.
Shout out Graham Bell.
Shout out Graham.
Mm-hmm.
There's one story that cracked me up because he's a nerdy little guy. He wears his zip-off pants. I can call him a nerd. He doesn't care. He owns it. You know,
Oh,
he
yeah.
steers into it.
The cargo shorts.
The cargo shorts, you know, I say they're computer science shorts, you know, he's in computer engineering. But there's one time in grade 11 or 12 where some little bimbo came up to him and was like, "Oh, you look like a serial killer." And Graham turns right around and goes, "I guess you'll be my first victim."
Oh my god! No way.
He is.
That's
he's sharp.
genius.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, he's pretty quick on his feet with that sort of
man.
stuff.
Yeah.
Olivia, you got any stories?
None that I could think of right now.
No.
Who was your favorite and least favorite high school teacher?
Oh.
Well, she's still in high
Yeah.
school, so that might be a little bit of a problem.
Well, up until this point, do you have a favorite teacher?
Either like my dance teacher or like my history teacher.
The ones that like can feel. You know, I hate the teachers that treat themselves like profs. Like, you know, that stand at the front of the class, don't want to, you know, converse or have like a one. I feel like in high school as a teacher, you need to establish like a cooler relationship.
Especially,
with your
you need to know what you're doing. You're teaching high school.
Yeah.
Which is like, I'm not saying it's not important. I'm just saying most of the people that are there don't want to be there. And you're going to get a much better experience if you relate to the kids, and they're going
Right.
to respect you more.
Right.
Because I know I have tons of those teachers that are just stand at the front of the class, and, you know, you always refer to me as Mrs. whatever.
Yeah.
And that never ends well. They don't respect her. They end up not only just not getting as good of education, but also cause problems for her. And I
Right.
think it would, or for them. Sorry, I'm thinking one teacher. Right
Yeah.
now. And
I think she was a teacher that used to teach at Colonel By. I think I know which one you're talking about.
I didn't have that one,
Oh, okay.
but I know which one you're talking about. And Graham had her. And
We'll talk. We'll see who. Tell me who
yeah.
it is after.
Yeah. But he would get, the girls would argue with the teacher about like dress code and stuff.
Right.
And then they'd waste the entire class just talking about dress code. And then like the last 2 months of school, he had all like these hundreds of projects due, and I didn't see him for like, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, he was in his room
Jeez.
working for a good 2 weeks
Because they didn't do anything all semester, you know?
Whoa, that's pretty hectic, man. So on that, you feel like your dance teacher, like, does she connect with the students and yourself like
Yeah.
pretty well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always found physics teachers were the worst.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they'd stand up there and they're like, "We're gonna get you ready for university. Oh, you gotta be ready for university. You gotta
that.
know how to take a test. You gotta know how to read a textbook." And it's just like, dude, just give me my 80 so I can
Yeah,
get into
I-
university. You know,
I
like, that's the
hated it.
first step. You know, I remember like grade 11 IB physics. The class average on our first test was like 55. You know, like clearly something is
Holy
wrong.
crap.
Clearly that is not entirely on us.
Yeah.
If that's the class average.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, by the way. I asked if you had a show and tell. I didn't ask you to. I think I might have skipped over.
Oh yeah, I got a show and tell.
Yeah. Let's break it out
All
because then
right.
we got a fun little game to play.
So this one is a connection to very wholesome. It's a connection to our family because this is what we listen to in the car on Sundays.
Oh.
And it's also a connection to Ryerson because he used to teach at Ryerson and he passed away. So this is a tape recording of Vinyl Cafe Stories by Stuart McLean, which would air on CBC Radio.
Whoa. How did you get that?
I found it at the thrift store. But our grandma
Do you
on
want
my
to just hold it
mom's
up
side,
there and I'll...
yeah. Our grandma on my mom's side bought us tickets to go see him, and then he canceled because I think he had cancer or something like that, and he never got rescheduled. He passed away, but he used to teach at
Holy.
RTA.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
know who you're talking about, but that's nuts.
So he does these stories about. I think they're always about a guy named Dave, or there's always a
Yeah.
Dave involved.
And Dave and Morley?
Yeah. So it's just stories about like family and stuff like that. Like they're not particularly funny, but they're entertaining.
Would you guys
know?
listen to him as a family together?
Oh, all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
like
Yeah?
anytime we were driving around in the car on the weekend, we were listening to
Nice.
him. So
Do you like podcasts, Olivia? Do you like I know you
Yeah.
listen to music, but do you like listening to other stuff?
Yeah, I listen to a few podcasts.
what do
Yeah.
you listen to?
Yeah.
Mostly like true crime ones.
Oh, cool.
Ooh. There's a really good one called oh crap, it's a play on where Elvis was at City. Drawing a complete blank here.
Are they true stories, or are they kind of like made up,
Like
or
true
or
crime.
both? True crime.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Yeah, I think true was in the title that you said, so my bad.
Well, sometimes they can be a little embellished.
Yeah.
Okay.
Disgraceland. So it's a play on Graceland.
Oh,
It's
I've
all
heard of
true crime
Graceland.
about artists, musicians.
Oh.
That's
You should
pretty
check that
cool.
out. Pretty cool. Nolan, what do you got for show and tell?
Oh. So I forgot to pack something when I was in Ottawa. So I was looking around Aiden's apartment and trying to find the most interesting thing. Can you guess what it is?
Oh, the most. Okay, is it from his room or the general apartment?
The whole apartment.
Okay. Can I have yes or no questions? Can I have two?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a physical? Is it like physical stuffed animal genre?
No.
Is it Shrek genre?
No.
Okay.
God.
Is it the Darth Vader clock?
No.
Fudge.
It is.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Chevy taillight. I think
Nice.
that's a Chevy taillight.
I have no idea.
Looks like
I don't know. It just looks like a standard GM part, but
Yeah.
it was hanging on his wall, and I asked, "Is this attached to the wall?" And it wasn't. It was just the little holes, some nails on it, the
Yeah,
little
where
holes,
the light bulbs go.
and yeah. So I thought that was the most interesting thing in his apartment hanging. And I thought it would be worth bringing.
How did you find it? Like, how'd you get it?
I was driving back to the farm with our high
That's a
school
great show
friend
and tell,
Shannon
Nolan, thank
Whiteside, and I saw this taillight at the side of the road, so I slammed on the brakes, pulled over, threw it in the back seat, and took it to Toronto.
Do you still have the hubcap from the van?
Shh. Yes.
Yeah? All right. No. We're keeping those because we gotta fix it in the summer.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. It's all good.
We're getting down to the end of the time
Okay,
here. Do you want to do our rapid fire
your show and
questions?
tell?
I just did it,
you
man.
Okay. I'm forgetting here. Okay,
Oh,
hold up.
you do yours.
There we go. I have a beautiful St. Patrick's Day headband. It's a It is a Pabst headband. You know, and I just think it's a good. It's always a good acknowledgement to have a great, you know, work and play balance. So the workout aspect of this is the headband itself. You know, for maintaining fitness. And
Does
then
the headband
Pabst-
itself do that?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And then the Pabst is for the party aspect. So have a
Right.
good balance, everybody.
So you lose the weight and then you put it back on. For
Yeah,
drinking
exactly.
beer.
It's just a terrible cycle.
Yeah.
that is
That's
as a result of the
yo-yo
headband.
dieting 101.
Yeah. Okay. I got some little bit of tunage for this game. So we played this, Nolan, last time you were on. This is
I
the
remember.
rapid fire
Yeah.
question block. So we put together a few little questions that we thought would be interesting, and just kind of, you know, a little bit character defining. So I'll throw this tune on.
Here, do you want me to do the video so you can just think about?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I've been doing the video.
Do you want me to turn this music off, Aiden?
Oh, that's the wrong. Okay, that's why we didn't have music
There
this
we go.
morning. That's my bad. I had the
All
phone
right.
up.
So, welcome to the question block, everybody. Nolan and Olivia, thank you for joining us.
You can turn up your laptop a little bit.
So I'll start with. I think we'll do it this way. So I'll go one, and then one. Or do you guys both want to answer each question? How do you think we should do it? Both of them answer
I
each
think
question.
both of them answer each
Okay.
question.
So we'll go. You answer, then you answer. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
But
starting.
we'll alternate asking.
Yes. Starting with. You have it open.
Yeah.
Starting with Olivia. What is your favorite color?
Green.
Purple.
Okay. What is your favorite color to taste or
It's
consume?
my quest turn to ask.
Sorry, you asked the next one.
Dillhole.
My bad. My bad. Go ahead. Olivia first.
Orange.
Orange.
Yeah, I'd say orange is a safe bet that you're going to taste something nice.
Man, I get the lame question. What is your political standing? Ugh.
You're first.
Oh god. Okay. According to a test I did in civics class, I'm fairly liberal. So.
Nice. Oh, I remember that test that we have to use.
I'm.
in civics.
I would consider myself an anarchist. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Good
answer.
So
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
next one.
I would.
That's the next one.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
Okay.
I'm glad that hasn't changed since the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Was that what he answered last time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anarchist. It was the
Oh,
best. It was
okay.
awesome.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Coming back to you, Olivia.
Baby Yoda or Baby Peanut?
Baby peanut.
Wow.
Baby Peanut.
The new
Whoa.
one.
He's way more adorable than
Wow.
The other
Baby
thing
Yoda.
too is that
I'm
Baby
surprised.
Yoda's been shoved down my throat so much on Instagram, man. Like
Yeah.
I don't even follow any meme pages. I get my memes from Reddit because I'm a real human.
Real human.
Yeah, because that's where that's where the memes come from. That's where you go. You know, it's the source. There's no middleman.
I love it.
But it's just like you go on Instagram, and like people you follow normally are posting Baby Yoda memes, and it's just like asking for chicken nuggies and stuff. Like, get out of my face.
He just looks like a newborn, like the little gremlins.
Yeah.
Newborn
Yeah.
babies aren't cute.
He looks like a Furby, man.
Unless
Yeah.
they're in
Remember
peanut
Furby?
form, right? You
In
guys
what?
yeah,
Unless they're in peanut form. Yeah, because brand new Baby Peanut, adorable.
Did you guys see the commercial?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was stupid.
I thought it was good marketing because it stuck in my head.
Yeah.
So
gonna-
now I'm thinking of seeing Mr. Peanut. When I see Mr. Peanut on the package, I'm going to
Yeah.
think of that commercial and be like, hey, that was a good meme. I'm going to buy that. It's the same
Yeah.
thing with Flex Seal. Like, we were repairing my grandparents' RV,
Flex Seal is
and
is
I
the stuff.
wanted to get the Flex Seal versus the off-brand stuff just because of the JonTron video. It's
Right.
viral marketing. It's,
Yeah.
I
It
think
works.
it's genius.
It works. Yeah, and we get this question asked all the time in my marketing class. Like we look at these advertisements and these new, Super Bowl commercials and stuff. What if you were the campaign manager of whatever company is the peanut company? Would you run that ad? I'm not sure if I would, because it doesn't really bring anything super new. Yeah, Baby Peanut's new and reborn. I think they should have some different flavors that came along with that. Instead of him just opening up out of the flower, he should have had 3 new flavors in his hand or something like that. 3 new roasts.
3 new... Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Type of thing?
I don't know. I think peanuts are something that shouldn't be messed with. The roasted and
that's a fair
salted
point.
peanuts, they should just...
Well, they got chocolate covered almonds. What about chocolate covered peanuts? Like Reese's has proven that. Okay, let's get back to the
Yeah.
game. We got 10 minutes, so
Okay. Excuse me. Olivia, who would win in a 3-way fight to the death? Bill Gates, Elon Musk, or Jeff Bezos?
Elon Musk.
Why?
I don't know.
I would say... are they allowed to prepare?
Yes, but they're not allowed to Batman this stuff up. They're not allowed to, they're not allowed any gadgets, any weapons.
I would say Elon Musk because he seems like the most physically able.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I show you a picture?
Yes,
Okay.
you can show me a
Aiden,
picture.
can you ask the next question?
Man, this is so lame. Left or right?
You can ask different questions. I just want to show
I'm
you
stuck
guys.
with all the lame questions here.
I just want to show you guys a picture of Jeff Bezos because this man is a beast. Look at him. Just hold on. Look at this. Check him out. Look at that. Tell me how you would not win in a fight between the three of them. Look at him.
Okay.
He looks like a
Damn,
freaking
he'll
kangaroo.
Show the
Yeah.
camera here.
He looks like off-brand. What's that guy's name? Bruce Willis.
Yeah, he looks like a damn
Yeah.
Oh,
jacked kangaroo.
I'm on the wrong camera here.
That's okay. They can see.
It's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Jeff Bezos is Jack City, boy.
Okay, left or right, Olivia?
Oh, left apparently.
Okay, I would. I don't know. I'm right.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
Probably cold. Like if I'm sleeping, I would rather cold.
It can be anything.
Well, because you can just put more blankets on.
So you like cold food over hot food?
Ooh,
That's how you got to think about it.
it's safer. Like there's
Yes.
more cold foods than there are good hot foods.
Yeah, true.
Or like you can eat ramen noodles cold, and it's not that bad.
You ever
like,
crunch them up and eat them like out of the pack raw?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
it's pretty good sometimes. You do that.
I just remember one girl in grade 8 doing it.
I
So.
see. I'm trying to band together so I don't look like a fool. I'm
Yeah.
the only one that eats raw ramen sometimes.
Yeah.
Aiden, or I'll do the next one, then you do the funny one.
Okay.
Wet or soft, guys?
Soft.
Wet or soft?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go wet just because. I like.
See, you reacted
There's,
all
like-
weird to that question. But
This
you
is
had
a
good
weird
answer.
question, man. Like, what's
I
the
didn't-
connotation?
I didn't do. I don't think I wrote that one.
You wrote that one because
Alright.
I wrote the one
What,
after.
what would
You
you,
have a good
have
one.
that could be either wet or soft? Like towels, wet or soft towels? I don't understand. Okay.
Sure.
I would prefer wet towels. I love how effective wet towels are.
Dog?
Oh yeah, that's actually a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Wet or soft dog?
Okay. The wording could have been better. Let's just say that. Aiden, next one.
Which Smurf would you kill and why?
Smurfette.
Why?
Annoying voice.
Good reason.
Oh my God.
I would say Neil Patrick Harris.
He's a Smurf.
He's in the Smurfs
in the
movie,
Smurf
and
movie.
it's just I don't
It's
like
just a
him.
bad movie, man.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. If I'm full disclosure.
I would say Smurf. No, yeah, Papa Smurf probably, just because he's old.
Okay. Mercy killing, I get that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Euthanasia.
fair enough.
Like, what's that movie with the Swedish cult?
No, that's Wild Wild Country that I'm thinking about. That's not the
There's a
same
movie
thing at
with
all.
a Swedish cult where they kill their
Midsummer.
old people. Midsummer. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I've heard it's insane.
Okay, I'm doing the next question too.
Yeah, go
because-
ahead.
Which anime character are you?
Oh god, I don't watch anime.
Do you know any anime character?
No.
Have you ever seen a cartoon? Have you seen Avatar?
Oh, I'll be Pikachu.
That counts, right?
Wait, I gotta do the face. Surprise Pikachu.
I think I would be, like, I don't know, like Kramer.
Kramer from Seinfeld. Yeah, I'd be Corey in the house myself.
Oh my god, at the Avatar ang. What are you guys talking about? We're anime.
That's
Yeah,
the
someone
guy
hasn't
with the
seen
arrowhead,
Filthy
right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Everest.
Which car? Do you know cars? Different. Do you know like a Ford? Or-
Yes.
Yeah. What car make do you think you are?
Ooh, I'll be your Chevy.
Nice. That's a good one.
So
you
we
can't
found
take
your
Chevy.
found your lost taillight then.
Yep.
So normally I like imports, but as to what one I am, I feel like I'd be a Saab.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
So dead.
Just does things that aren't useful.
Oh, you're quirky little e-girl.
Yeah. I like the way you said it too. Sub.
Saab.
That's good. I know that's how you're supposed to say it, but you said it well.
That was my question. Wait, which camera am I?
That one.
Are birds real?
Or are they spies?
Pigeons aren't real, but other birds are.
Why are pigeons not real?
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Oh,
Just blew Everest's mind.
Dude. I've heard them, like, in the scaffoldings, I think.
I don't think you have.
Oh,
man.
wow. Oh, man. Maybe my friend's theory that they're just, droned, like, AI spies for the government are true. Damn, Olivia, you just
That's Reddit's
blew my
theory,
mind
too.
right there.
I would say being a chicken farmer, they're closer to dinosaurs than any kind of, like they walk like T-Rexes. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
and they have the wings,
Yeah.
but they look like arms. And sometimes I'll walk in there and turn the lights on, and they'll just go. And I don't know, maybe it's like
Velociraptor.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe
Yeah.
it's an intimidation thing, but yeah, no, the birds are not actually birds. They are dinosaurs.
Is there a head honcho of the coop?
So that's usually the rooster, just
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I have two of them, and one on each. Like we have two sides. It was a horse barn, so there's two sides. So one side is the red rooster, and the other side is the white one.
I figured it'd be like the rooster. I was just wondering if there were two roosters, how does that?
Yeah,
It's
so
usually just space.
yeah, it's the space, and there is one that's a little bit more dominant.
Gotcha.
He is busier.
Yes, understood.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the rooster serves kind of like an alarm system. So if there's a predator coming, they'll usually alert the other chickens
Oh,
too.
wow. See, I figured it would only be for, sunset, sunrise type of thing.
Yeah, no, they're
Sunrise.
smarter than we think they are, but then they're really stupid at
Yeah.
other times.
Yeah.
So,
We should say Nolan's a chicken farmer.
oh, yeah.
Yes.
Nolan'sEggs.com.
Give it a shout out. Yeah. Again, I love it.
Nolan'sEggs.com.
Sorry, I
Yes,
interrupted.
NolanSeggs.com.
COM.
If you call him within the next 24 hours, he'll take 10% off your purchase.
No,
If
he
you call
won't.
me within the next 24 hours, you'll get some eggs.
That's perfect. Yeah, that is great.
Actually, I don't think you can guarantee that either because you're pretty much at capacity for customers. aren't you?
If you call me, I might respond.
How many customers do you think you
If you
have?
call me, I might pick up.
I've got a few like regular ones that I like serving eggs to because they're nice and not too like call me. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be there in 20 minutes. Give me 20 dozen. Like that's really annoying because I only get a certain amount of eggs per day.
Right.
And if I haven't been budgeting for it, so like I need some people do get 10 dozen eggs, but they'll be like, I'm coming in 2 weeks.
Jeez.
And then I can say, okay, well, if I take a dozen from each day, then I can have proper amount of eggs.
So you get backed up a lot just with people coming with, outstanding orders.
The huge orders
Yeah.
and if I have a particularly busy day. So usually what happens if there's like all week is not super busy, and then Sunday is like when everybody comes and picks up.
Right. Is there I know they probably don't have like a heat, but is there a time of year that they produce more?
It's actually the opposite. The time of year when they produce less is called
Oh,
molting.
okay.
So it's when they change their feathers because it's not like they bath or anything.
Right.
And all of the energy goes to feathers rather than eggs.
Gotcha.
And they usually slow down. It's like springtime.
Do they like you? Have you met them?
Yeah.
Have they ever like flown at your face or any crazy
No.
thing like that? No.
Oh, they do that to me.
Yeah.
Just like because they have like a thing that they sit on, they just come at you when you come in. It's
Right.
like, ah.
You fed the cows a lot though.
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
And then the cows fed us last night. Hey, my tacos!
You just went like that. That was crazy, man. Jeez. So
We're down to our
chickens.
last minute here. So we got any closing remarks? You guys want to shout anybody out?
Yeah, give some shout outs.
Olivia, give us some shout outs. Give us 5 shout outs. 5 people you want to shout out.
The only one I could think of is my mom because I'm pretty sure she's gonna get mad if I don't. So.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
She's
4.
watching.
What's your mom's name?
Teresa.
Teresa?
Shout out Teresa.
Yeah, you have a really cool daughter.
Thanks for the ride from in your vehicle.
Guys,
Nolan, any shout outs?
I would also like to say hi, Mom. Which camera am I?
That one.
Hi, Mom. And hi, Sheridan. And
Hi, Graham.
hi, Graham.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa.
And
Hello.
yeah, I'm good. That's
Guys,
it for me.
thank you so much for being on the Hoser podcast.
Thank you for having
Experience.
us.
And we hope to see you guys again very, very soon. We appreciate it. Everybody, thank you so much for coming in on this beautiful Thursday morning. We hope to see you next week, Thursday, 10 a.m. Have a great week. Work hard, play hard.